Hello there, my name is Quilcene, and we are starting a stream of Subnautica. I know this game's about a year old, or so, but that was just a year old from when it was officially released. It was in early access for several years before that, and the devs really took their time getting it right. There have been very few patches to this game because it was pretty accurate on launch. They had it down. Along those lines, they are shortly coming out with, you can see here on the screen, Subnautica Below Zero, which is on the same world that we got familiar with in Subnautica. And, however, it's under, I assume, the Arctic or Antarctic. It'll be taking place in a lot colder temperatures. They are releasing it, they said, hopefully in the next few months into early access, and I assume they are going to take their time with it the same way they did with the original. Because I'm excited for Below Zero and can't wait, I decided to pull out Subnautica again, dust it off, and give it a try again. It's been a while. I do remember some things. I don't remember others. So this is not a first playthrough, but there will be some things that I'm unfamiliar with and don't remember quite right. So to that end, I'm not going to spoil anything if this is your first time watching a Subnautica stream, because it is a fantastic game with a fantastic story. Frankly, this is one of my top 10 games, I think, of all time. And you should give it a try. That being said, let's play Subnautica. I'm going to start a new game. I thought about playing hardcore. I used to play hardcore, if I recall correctly, once or twice. But like I said, it's been a while, so I'm going to go with survival so that I can continue if I happen to die from something I forgot about. So, anyway, we're going to play survival, which means we're going to have to worry about food, water, health, and oxygen. Freedom, you only have to worry about health and oxygen. But the food and the water add something to the game, so we're going to play survival. There we go. The music is fantastic in this game, so oftentimes I'll just stop and let you listen. This is our ship, and as you can see, things aren't going well. Like I said, great music. It takes this game a little while to load. I've never understood why. I guess because of all the graphics. You'll see when we get in. The graphics, the water textures, incredible. There we go.
Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Oops. Ow. Okay, so we're on fire. Good thing there's a handy fire extinguisher right there. And I have control. Okay, so we're going to pick up the fire extinguisher and put this fire out. I think that's out. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is a cutscene, I'm not doing this.
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Okay, so we can open and close this at will. This is our inventory. We're under the inventory tab. We currently have a fire extinguisher. This is what we have equipped, which is nothing at the moment. We do have a suit on. We're not running around naked here. But there are suits you can put over it. You will find those later. We'll go over to this. I'll tell you right now, I am a person that hates seeing notifications. I'm OCD about it. I always click on them just till they clear, and then we go on to something else. So let's run through it one by one. Inventory. These are the blueprints. These are things we're going to be able to build later on. For instance, a wiring kit takes 2 silver ore, bleach, glass, etc. And there's a whole bunch of things. These are the important things right now, the tools. We need to make our tools, and we'll get to that in a second. Beacon manager. Right now, the only beacon we have is our life pod itself, so that we can always get back home. You can turn off the beacon, and I'll show you more about how that works later. You can take screenshots, and they show up here in your photo manager, and there's various things you can do with them, but we'll get to those later as well. Anytime the computer talks to us, or the radio, it shows up here. You can replay it if you want to hear her voice again. And then there's the data bank, which has some of our blueprints, just information about them. There's an air pump. Here's the repair tool we're going to have to make to fix these electrical problems going on back here. I never look in here really much for the blueprints, but there are other things, and I'll show you those as we get to them. We'll start with the start here. If you're reading this, then you have survived an emergency evacuation of a capital-class ship equipped with Altera technology. Congratulations, the hard part is over. Your PDA has automatically... And by the way, there's a lot of comedy in this, so I will be reading pretty much everything, because there are some funny bits all the way through. Your PDA has automatically rebooted in emergency mode. This operating system has one directive: to keep you alive on a hostile alien world. If that is not possible, it will alert salvage teams to the location of your remains. Yay. That makes me feel so much better. It features full monitoring of vital signs for timely survival advice, blueprints for fabricating a range of essential survival equipment tailored to your environment, onboard camera, microphone, and OCR technology for short-range situational analysis, and cross-compatibility with all Altera-compliant products. Sounds like Apple. NB, which, by the way, in case you don't know, because I know a lot of people don't have a classical education, shall we say, NB is an abbreviation for a Latin phrase, note bellum, which means take note, or be aware of, basically is what that means. Take note is the best. Note well is what it technically means. Your personal and work files have been encrypted and may be retrieved at a later date by a licensed engineer. Survival checklist. Administer first aid if required. And we do have a first aid thing in here, and we will go look at that in a minute. Take inventory of available materials and supplies and decide on rations. Survey the environment for threats and resources. Construct necessary survival equipment using the Life Pod's fabricator. Check the Life Pod for damage and repair as necessary. Broadcast local distress signal using Life Pod's short-range radio. Locate other survivors using line of sight or the radio. Find or construct a more permanent habitat, and that's a big part of this game. It's the fun part of this game, is building your habitat. Maintain physical and psychological health until rescued. Notabilim, this information is meant as a general guide. In the first instance, you should always follow the advice of your PDA, which has taken your particular circumstances into account. Uh-oh, warning. Blueprint database corrupted. Damage to your PDA's hard drive has corrupted approximately 80% of stored survival blueprints. Blueprints may be reacquired by scanning a salvaged technology, using the handheld scanner, or by downloading plans from a shipboard data box. In the circumstances, these assets will most likely be found amongst wreckage from the Aurora. Alright. So we're done with that. Let's look around. First of all, I'm going to put that down. All right. Here's our medical kit fabricator. So we take out a medical kit, and you can see the 0% on there. It starts refilling. It's already up to 1%. When it hits 100, there'll be another medical kit available. Here's our storage container. We can put things we don't need into the storage container and take out these useful water and food. There are other ways of getting water and food, and we'll be discovering those as we go. Alright. Damaged secondary systems, use repair tool. Warning. Circuitry test failed. Secondary systems offline. Radio offline. Distress signal failed. Flotation devices deploy. Pole integrity okay. We have solar power cells. And you can see at the top, we have 75 out of 75. So each power cell is providing us with 25 power at the moment. And as we use things like the fabricator, and this is where those blueprints come in, we can make things, including tools. Here's what we need to be working towards. A scanner, repair tool, flashlight, maybe even a knife. Eventually we'll get this habitat builder, but that's later on. But we'll get there eventually. Alright. Anything else? Chair, damaged radio, we have to fix that too. Let's go up the ladder.
Suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
Sad panda. So that's our environment. All ocean. As far as the eye can see. There are a couple things sticking out of the water. Here. Is that it? Fish jumping. We'll go see what those things are later. Easiest way to get out of here. We could have just jumped off the top, but we do have a below hatch as well. Oh, I forgot to heal. Heal. There we go. See, and then, like I said, our voice logs always show up, and I always clear them, so just FYI. I know we need mushrooms. I remember that. What else do we need? Table floor. Oh, that's right. Break these little limestone outcrops. You break these things, and there's metal inside. So we just got that titanium, right? Titanium? Yeah. Titanium, and then I picked up these 2 acid mushrooms. And we always can try to grab these fish too. Where'd it go? Oxygen. Oh yeah. Eat something. Oh yeah, I'm hungry. That's right. Let's eat a nutrient broth and drink a little water. There we go. But now we have to go catch some food and water.
New creature discovered.
Alright, I got a Gary fish. Ooh, that guy is not safe. Oh, here is, oh, I missed the peeker. Metal salvage, we want that. That's where our titanium source is going to be from. Here, little guy. There we go.
Creature discovered.
There's another kind. There they are. These guys are what we want.
New creature discovered. Alien life forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy. New creature discovered.
Alright, let's go back to the pod and look at these creatures we just got. Alright, so we got ourselves some titanium and a bunch of fish. Titanium is the basic building material. We will need lots of it. Metal salvage is obviously made of titanium. Peeper. Edible prey fish, high calorie count. As you can see, he's 12 food and gives us -7 water. Eating them raw is not a good idea, and I'll show you what we can do with them in a minute. Gary fish, small edible prey fish. Boomerang, small edible prey fish. Bladderfish. Unique outer membrane has potential as a natural water filter. Let's go take a look in our fabricator and see what we can do with that. Again, got to clear off these little things. We can now make an air bladder out of that bladder fish and some rubber. I've never used an air bladder. To me, I tried it, I think when I first played this game, I think I tried it once, and I found it fairly useless. So I've never used it. The other thing I find useless is the pipe and floating air pump. Also never use that, so you'll never see me mention those again either. Alright, moving on. So we can create water out of our fish, filtered water or disinfected water. So we need bleach, but we don't have bleach yet. But see, that's 12 ounces. This is only 6 ounces. So we're going to eventually want to make disinfected instead of filtered, but right now filtered is good enough for our purposes. So we'll use those 2 fish up, and now we have water. We can also make cured fish, which if we have some salt, we can cure it. That means it's preserved, and we can take it around with us. It keeps well. If you make cooked food, cooking the food is great. You can eat it right then. It doesn't dehydrate you, but you have to eat it right then. If you cook it, you have to eat it because it starts to go bad. And if you just hold it in your inventory raw, it'll start to go bad. So this game's got some very realistic parts to it. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot that's not realistic, but that particular thing is. So let's cook up some peeper.
The fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
Well, thank you very much.
It is common for those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
Alright, guess we're no longer vegetarians. And we break down that scrap metal into titanium. Oh, look at that. Now that we've got some titanium, we've got some other things we can make, including an O2 tank, an oxygen tank. If you notice down on the left corner down here, this is our health. This is how hungry we are, which right now we're full. And this is our water. This is our oxygen. We have 45 seconds of oxygen. But as soon as we make this, we now have 75 seconds of oxygen. And if I close this and reopen it, you'll see the new blueprint is a high capacity O2 tank. So that 75 is going to get even higher as well. Alright. I think we're done fabricating. Let's eat those fish. I know we don't need the food. And you can never overeat. But, so like I said, I don't want these spoiling, so I'm just going to eat them. See, the food content of the peeper has gone way up, and the H2O content has gone up as well once you cook it. It went from -7, I think it was, to a +4. So this now gives us water as well. Protein-rich eyeballs, highly nutritious. Yum. Cooked Gary fish. See, it's already old. That means its food value has dropped down. So I don't remember what it was when I originally cooked it, but now it's old all of a sudden. Floral flavor, but very little of it. And cooked boomerang, good eating around the fins. Yum. Alright, so let's clear these out. This just shows us our new recipes for fish, and our air bladder. And what was the other third thing? Or the last thing. Oh, filtered water. Yep. And she's been talking. Pull that out. Alright. Oh, and that was the other thing. When you make something that's equipable, it automatically equips. So we don't have to put it on. We can take it off, though. See how big that is? That takes up 6 slots instead of just the 1. Some things are bigger than others and take up more room. Alright. It's nighttime. I hate going out at night, but I'll show you. Oh, it's not too dark. Some places get very dark very fast. In fact, I think the sun's rising. More metal. Oh, and I love this game. Look at this. You can see our shadow. That's us right there. These guys aren't dangerous. Oh, yes, they are. Watch this. Oh, he's not gonna... There. See those little balls?
Increased local
Watch.
radiation
They
levels.
pop,
Trend
and
is
that's
consistent
acid,
with damage to the
and
Aurora's
can
drive
kill
core
you.
sustained
Eventually.
during planet
They're
fall.
not super dangerous. Oh, that voice! Ah, run, 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 run,
30
run!
seconds.
Those little things that come out of these flowers blow up. And those hurt a lot. Those little fish. But, I thought I heard one. No? Okay. When they come out of their flower, you can get their sulfur. They leave behind sulfur. Oh, this one's got a lot of stuff in it.
Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
Oh, those little guys. Ouch! I didn't swim fast. Couldn't swim fast enough. I'm gonna leave the quartz mostly for now. Don't think we need very much to start, as I recall. Like I said, it's been a while though. Looking for these things. So we need that copper and that titanium. Uh-oh. This little guy's hurt. I forget what these guys are. They don't chase me, though, so I'm good. Ah, another one! Seriously? Ow! Okay, I gotta go back and see if my pod has any, where's the pod? There it is. Okay, good time to talk about this. There's our beacon. You can see our pod right there. And you always know how far away you are and where to swim to. And if you go to the beacon manager, watch the pod, it goes away. You can turn it on and off as you want. You can also change its color. I always leave my life pod as blue. I use the other colors for other stuff. And we'll look at that. There's one of those guys. Water's a good thing. I suck at catching these things all of a sudden. It's been so long. Oh, watch. These guys like to play with metal. So wherever you find them, you can usually find... Oh, I swam right over it. Missed it. Where'd it go? He picked it up. There we go. What is that?
Oxygen.
Oh, it's a stalker tooth. I forgot about those.
Acquired.
We got a new blueprint. Woohoo! Oh, and I said you can go in and out and in through the top. You just go up the ladder like that. I generally come in the bottom though. All right, let's see what we need to make these tools. Let's convert our... Oh, enamel glass. That's what I can do with the stalker tooth. That's right. Okay. Titanium. 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 I can make an ingot now, but I don't think I need that for a little while, so I'm not going to do that right now. I can make glass. Glass comes in handy when we're building our base. You'll see we use that a lot. Oh, batteries. We need that. That's why I picked up the acid mushroom, remember? There we go. And we can now make power... Oh, you have to exit. That's right. Back in. We can now make power cells, too, out of those batteries and some rubber. We won't need those for a little while either, I don't believe. Let's make our water. And you can see my power going down and not regenerating. I think that's because it's No, it's not dark. Oh, it is regenerating, just slowly. Okay. I wonder if they've slowed that down. Remember it going up faster. Alright, so our food is done, or our water is done. Let's look and see if we can make any tools yet. Yes. Okay, so we can make a scanner. And in this game, the rule is scan everything, because you're going to want... that scanning is how you acquire new blueprints. It's how you learn information, lore about the planet, etc. So, there's our scanner.
The scanner can be used to synthesize.
Oh, and now I can't do the flashlight. I had the flashlight, but I just used my one battery. So we're going to go back out and get some more acid mushrooms. I think I have the copper. Yes, I do have copper. Okay, so all I need is a couple more acid mushrooms. Is it 2? Yeah, I think it was 2. Yes. So there's that. And now I can make that flashlight. Alright, so there's the scanner. I can do a self-scan. Oh, you have to hold it.
Self-scan
Good.
complete.
I'm normal.
Vital signs normal.
And there's our
Continuing
flashlight.
to monitor.
Blind yourself. There you go. Alright. So anything else? Oh, deployables. I can make lockers. That's something we're going to want. So let's make one of them right now. And the reason we want lockers right now is storage quickly becomes an issue, as I recall. Yeah, because we only have 4 times 8, 32 slots of storage right now. And each one of these gives you, I forget, like 8 or something. So we will look for that in a minute. So let's go put our storage locker. You can't drop it in here, but you can put it out here. And I always drop straight below me. So I never... There it is. See, so now we can get into this locker, and we'll just fill it up with titanium. What was I looking for? Let's go up to the surface so we can breathe more, I think. That's one thing. I've done it before. I've died trying to think of what I needed to do next underwater. Oxygen runs out. Not a good situation. Okay. If you're out and about and you need to remember what it is you're looking for, all your blueprints are right here on your PDA. You don't have to go back to the fabricator and look, which is nice. We need to build fins. We're going to need rubber for the fins. The repair tool, we need rubber for that too, and titanium we have back in that locker. We do have the cave sulfur. And the survival knife is rubber and titanium. So we need rubber, is what we need right now. And rubber is from... Oh, creepvine seed clusters. I think I remember where the creepvine is. Or what it is, anyway. Oh, it's over there. See all those big kelp things? That's creepvine. And we need the seed clusters off of them. So you look for those glowy yellow things. There they are. Oh, and remember what I said? Scan everything. We can scan that, and we can scan the seeds themselves. There we go. And then we have to pick them.
30 seconds. New blueprint acquired. Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
Sorry, got distracted doing something else. So we're diving around. I know some people swim on the surface going back to their You can miss some stuff, though, so take a look around as you're swimming. Like this, right here. Not something we're going to pick up right now. It's a creature egg. We don't have the technology to do anything with the creature eggs yet. Oh, let's scan it. See down in the lower right corner, that little scanner icon? That comes up anytime you can scan something. Scan him. Let's scan a keeper. Swim around so much it's hard to stand. There he is. And food. Where's my boat? There it is.
Oxygen.
Alright, let's make all this stuff. We needed rubber. Oh, you get 2 of them for each creep vine. Okay, so I didn't need 3, I only needed 2. And I'll make that lubricant out of the other one.
Lubricant is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
Bends. And remember, this will automatically equip
The
them on me.
fabricator draws from available data to provide
Needed a
environment
repair
appropriate
tool.
equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be
Oh,
overridden.
I need more titanium. I left them down. In our locker. Oh, I hit the... You can name this. Titanium. There we go. Open storage. There we go. Take a few of those. There we go. Make that knife, and we are done with that. And with that, I'm going to call it an episode, and we will...
Standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
Funny thing there about Abraxas Prime. Abraxas is the name of one of the devs, his gamer tag. So just a little bit of trivia there for you. All right, so we are done for right now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, like, share, subscribe. This is my very first stream, so I would appreciate any help you can give me in getting the word out. Thank you very much, and we'll see you later. Bye.